This weird incident happened while me and my partner at the time and a few of our friends were away down south seeing his family and other friends. One night we decided to drive up to the local lookout called Mount Sugarloaf, just west of the city. It was actually quite centred in the whole district. You would see the city in the east, and then you would see the plains to the north and the valleys to the west, and then the coast to the south. So really, this was a mountain we drove up to just to check out the views, go for a walk, and just fill in time before heading back to where we were staying. This mountain wasn't very steep, and it didn't take you long to get to the summit. Instead of being elevated, it was lower and more spread out. In turn, this meant from the summit, you could see in all directions. Also, the mountain had two massive TV receivers on top, so the mountain was recognisable from wherever you were in the district. We got to the top, got out and started looking around. There was a walking track that you would walk up to get to the highest point, which was a 360-degree view of the whole district. My partner and I and our two friends walked up there. We were walking up the track and up the stairs to get to the top. There was then a loop you would take to go around the highest point. We all stepped onto the high point and looked at the views. It was kind of cold up there, as it normally would be at night time when you're higher up. My partner and I stayed where we were, but our two mates stepped back down and were walking around the loop. We could hear them talking for about 10 seconds and then there was nothing. It went dead silent. "Babe, did you just hear that?" "Hear what?" "That's just it. There's nothing. I can't hear the others talking." "Yeah, where did they go?" "They were just there. Where could have they gone in now 30 seconds? My partner looked at me puzzled, and I explained the whole ordeal to him, and then he understood what I was trying to say. We stepped down and started walking around the loop. The loop only took a minute to walk around, and our mates were nowhere to be seen. It's like they just disappeared, vanished. What on earth was going on? We walked down the stairs and down to the car. They weren't there either. Where have they gone? They can't have gone too far. We walked back up and walked around the bottom of the big towers. Still no sign of them. This was really getting weird. They can't have just vanished, or did they? It was beginning to look like the only explanation right then and there. We walked back up to the loop and still nothing. We stood at the high point now. Our thoughts were at a dead end. We just stood there in silence for a minute, and then we hear the boys' voices again. But right now, just below us, on the loop. They called out to us and acknowledged we were there. "Where did you guys go?" "We were going to ask you the same question." "Well, we were up here. You guys walked off and then disappeared." "No, that's not what happened. We just walked around the loop and then looked up and you guys were gone." "But we weren't gone. We were here for a further 5 minutes after you guys had left. Then we went looking for you, but we hadn't seen you anywhere all over the lookout until just now. You guys literally disappeared." "But so did you, I swear." "Well, so did we." We all looked at each other astonished, and we all just couldn't get our heads around what had just happened. Did my mates just step into another parallel world by accident and then come back? Or did that just happen to me and my partner? Surely not. This situation was rather trippy. We still don't know to this day what actually happened, but we agreed to disagree on each other's side of the story.